I travelled all the way to Tokyo to film this beautiful Prime 1 Studio booth that was full of their best new collectibles. There was Batman, Lord of the Rings, Jurassic Park, video games, anime, and lots more. So sit back and enjoy a look at every amazing collectible that was at the show. So let's start here with the Batman Tactical Throne. This is just incredible. So Batman lounging on his throne in the Batcave. With all the monitors. He's even got his very own Alfred ready to serve. And then one of the best parts is around the back. You can see there's a full Batmobile and the Batman. Just one of the best Batman collectibles I think that's ever been made. Then we have Joker and Punchline. So we've got Joker looking sinister, holding the mask on his throne, and then Punchline standing up behind him with the knives. So cool. Alright, and then we have the Joker in the futuristic batsuit. So he stole the batsuit and has twisted it for his own use. You can see the ha ha ha. And he's standing on the Batmobile. Really fun, colorful piece. And then we have the Super Sons. So we've got Superboy and Robin. These guys are really cute. I think they came out really nice. And then another one of the best statues at this whole event. It's the Penguin and Batman. So Batman perched on this rooftop, ready to strike. Penguin has his vulture and his umbrella and his monocle and all the cool fur on the jacket, and you can see it's like a snowy Gotham scene, and he's got all the money, just sacks of money. Just incredible. Okay, and then we have this Batman and Joker diorama where Batman's flying and kicking Joker into this vat of green ooze. So it's all splashing up. It just looks amazing. There's TNT all around it. Joker holding this detonator. And he's laughing away. Just love it. Alright, next up is the Batman 1000 Comics cover. So there's Batman on this rooftop with all the bats around him and the smoke. Oh, it's just so awesome. I love the way the cape is blowing in the wind. Just amazing. And then we have the Batman Beyond. So he's jumping off this futuristic Batmobile. It's got the smoke. Kind of looks like a bat plane. And then loads of detail on this futuristic looking suit. You can see this beautiful, like a hexagonal pattern on the wings. Just looks fantastic. And then we have the beautiful Catwoman. You can see she's pulling the goggles up. That's really fun. So she's in the cat suit, sneaking away across the rooftops. She's got the whip and a little cat perched there with her as well. And these are the other heads you can swap out. One where she's winking and one where she's wearing the goggles. Next up we have Batman Damned. One of my favorite Batman statues. So we've got a really gritty looking Batman. He's like beat up and battle damaged. And so much beautiful detail on this suit. Again, you can see all the battle damage. And his cape's all torn up at the ends. And then there's this Joker statue on the base. Brilliant. Alright, next up we have the Joker that's a companion piece. So these are both by Lee Bermejo. Look at this portrait. This is probably my favorite Joker statue ever. Just unbelievable. Look at the work on the clothing. It's holding the pistol. And so this one has the Batman chained up on the base. And then check out all of these heads that you can swap out. So one of them has the Batarang through the eye. Just amazing. All right, and then we have the John Constantine. I absolutely love this one. So here's a look at his face. He's holding the skull and the book. And then all of these guys are like climbing out of the ground, trying to get to him. And so this guy's perched on the gravestone, says, "Here lies John Constantine. Whatever did it, he deserved it." It's just so cool and such a great representation of the character. Next up, we have Vampirella. Easily one of the most beautiful statues at this whole booth. Look at her beautiful face. A little bit of blood dripping down the chin. She's lounging in this chair. Has this fabric draped over it. And the little goblet of spilled blood. And the bats transforming, like turning translucent from her hair. Snakes on the base and skulls. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to gently interrupt this tour to quickly tell you guys about my awesome sponsor, Spec Fiction. If you're liking the kind of collectibles in this video and you want some of your very own, then you should definitely check out specfictionshop.com. They have a huge range of premium collectibles, both big and small, and they offer payment plans and they ship worldwide. Todd from Spec Fiction is a collector himself, so he strives to offer industry-leading customer service, which is why I'm proud to have them as my sponsor. So if you're interested in finding some sweet collectibles from comics, films, anime, and more, then I'll leave a link for you guys in the description so you can check them out after the video. And then one of the biggest things here, this is the Justice Buster. So this is the Batman companion piece with the kryptonite spear. And then here is the Justice Buster. Just absolutely massive. You can see Superman's ripped up cape and some kryptonite at the back there. And so the head of it can come off. And then you can put Batman inside like he's climbing out. Really, really awesome. Next up, we have the PowerMaster Optimus Prime. The biggest transformer I think I've ever seen. So here's a look at the base. This thing is just insanely detailed and intricate. Look at these huge swords. Apparently this is the most intricate statue that Prime 1 have ever made, and you can definitely see that. Okay, now we're on to some video game stuff here. We've got Jill from Resident Evil 3, and she's running from this zombie here. He's like coming out of the ground to try and get her. And then the huge nemesis is stalking behind her. He's got the gruesome face, and he's holding the rocket launcher, just striding towards her. So these are two pieces that you can put together into this massive diorama. Just amazing. It's also the zombie dog. Love it. Okay, this is another awesome Resident Evil one. So it's Claire and Leon. And it looks like it's in the mansion. And look at all these hands trying to climb out and get them. And then this guy is being blown apart by her shotgun. And then Leon has the pistol, and he's got this guy right through the eye. It's just an absolutely fantastic diorama full of action. Next up, we got some Devil May Cry. So we have Nero with his mechanical hand and the sword. And there's this demon guy like hacked up on the base. And then we have Virgil drawing the katana out of the sheath. And he's on this almost like crystal-like base. Then we have Dante, the big sword. Get you a shot of his face. Great portrait on this one. I can't remember the name of the sword. Gosh, I always forget. But he's got these demon guys hacked up on the base as well. Then we got V, so this is a new one. So he's got the tattoos all over his body and the book. You can see all the jewelry on the hand as well, and these familiars on the base. And then we have a couple of versions of Jin from Ghost of Tsushima. So we've got the antlered helmet on here and the shiny armor and all these beautiful leaves everywhere. And then we have another version where he has the helmet off. You can see the great work on the portrait. And again, all these beautiful petals. And then the fox on the base. And then this one is Sam Porter Bridges from Death Stranding. Amazing work on this likeness. You can see the hair and the beard are like individual strands. Then there's the BB in the pod. And we've got the handprints on the base. Just loads of detail on this guy. All right, here we go with more video games. So now we've got the Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4 with the steely gaze, and he's pointing the pistol. And here he's swinging off this beam, and it's got this cage with like a pirate guy inside, all decomposed. So cool. I love this jungle base. All the vines and everything. He's got the AK-47 on his back. It's looks exactly like a scene from the game. I just love it. Next up, we have Ellie and Abby from The Last of Us 2. So this is from the fight in the theater. You can see the equipment and cords and things. So Ellie, a bit more sneaky, a bit more tactical. Trying to stay crouched and quiet. You can see the tattoos on her arm. Lots of beautiful details. And then here's obviously the companion piece, Abby. She is grim and determined. So there's actually little beads of sweat on her arms. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, she is big and bulky compared to Ellie. Same beautiful details on the bases. They make a really cool pair. Next up, we have the doll from Bloodborne. You can see she's got the calm, serene look on her face. And she's got these doll-like fingers, but just unbelievable work on the coat and the clothing. You can see this lantern. It looks like it's illuminated, but it's just paint. Beautiful work on the base. She's gorgeous. Next up, we have the Tower Knight from Demon Souls. So you've got the knight down here coming towards him with the shield and the sword, and it's like a David and Goliath thing because the Tower Knight is so huge. You can see the enormous shield. It's got a few arrows in it. It's just immense, but incredibly detailed. Look at all the beautiful work on the armor. Unreal. Okay, next up we have the Stalker and Aloy. So here's a look at the Stalker up on this rock. Lots of beautiful like weathering on the metal, and then the snow is so well done. It sparkles, it looks real. And then we have Aloy. Gorgeous portrait. She's got the bow drawn back. So she's in the shield weaver armor. You can see the effect here. And again, just the snow on the base is so beautiful. You can see some on her shoes as well. Really gorgeous. Okay, then we have Baldur versus Kratos and Atreus from God of War. So let's start with Baldur. You can see all the amazing details on the beard and the hair, and look at the tattoos. It's just amazing. So then we've got the broods on the base coming out of the ground. Got the green glowy effect. And then we have Kratos screaming portrait. This is the gold armor, and he's got the axe. And here's Atreus drawing the bow. Again, just beautiful work on the snow and the tree roots. They just look alive and real. And then here we go with one of my favorite things at this whole booth. It's the T-Rex attack from Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World. So you can see these two T-Rexes attacking this Jeep. This one's nudging it as it's going along. So you can actually see the guy inside the Jeep, which is really cool. But you can see the tire tracks where it's trying to speed away. And there's little puddles of water. And the T-Rex is like crashing through these trees towards the Jeep. And then here's the other T-Rex. You can see it's running, trying to catch the Jeep. Again, just crashing through the trees. Just absolutely amazing diorama. Next up, we have Blue and Beta from the new Jurassic World Dominion movie. And these are just so gorgeous. Look at the beautiful skin texture. The eyes look alive. You can see the blue stripe. And again, gosh, Prime 1 did such an amazing job on this snow. So then Beta's up on this tree log. Just incredible. Again, a beautiful scene from the movie. Then we have a bunch of smaller dinosaurs here. So if you want something to save a bit of space, these are definitely for you. Smaller, easier to display. Pretty much the opposite of this guy, which is the Godzilla bust. You can see it next to the Predators here. I mean, it's just absolutely massive. So let me get you a look. So you can see the teeth and the eye, all this beautiful skin texture, the spines on the back, and then the base is just incredible. So you can see like the temple with the statues and the lava coming out, and then around the back you can even see the Godzilla standing at the top of the steps, and they've made it look like a cave. It's just amazing. All right, possibly my three favorite things at this booth. It's the three Predators: Jungle Hunter, Berserker, and the City Hunter. Let's start with the Jungle Hunter. Oh my gosh, these things are so freaking cool. Here's the unmasked portrait. You can see he's roaring with the mandibles open. Oh, the beautiful paintwork on the head. The eyes look so good. So he's posed with his arms out. So one arm has the blades, and you can see the wrist gauntlet on the other one. Here's the plasma cannon. And on the base, there's like a water effect, a swampy jungle water with like fish in it and everything. Just amazing, amazing stuff. And then here's a quick look at the masked portrait that you can swap out as well. Next up we have the Berserker, the tallest of these three predators, just enormous. Again, he's roaring, he looks so ferocious. Just amazing job, just making these look alive. So here's all this beautiful skin texture, the leather skirt at the waist, the long blade on the wrist. You can see the skull and spine back there. And then all this just carnage and bones on the base. All of his trophies. And then here's the mask that you can switch out as well. Such an iconic looking mask. Alright, then here is the City Hunter Predator. Here is the unmasked portrait. You can see the mandibles are closed on this one. Beautiful work again on the head. And just look at the armor. It's like weathered and aged. Skin's all wet looking and alive. Here is the masked portrait. You can see the mesh on the eyes. He's holding the spear. All the leather tied up at the waist. And then the base looks like the ship, and there's some skulls. Just so awesome. They take a lot of space, but man, these are so freaking cool. Alright, then we've got the Predator 2's trophies. So we've got all these different skulls from enemies that he's defeated. And he's kept the trophies. So you can get this to go with the City Hunter if you want. And then we have the big chap alien. Give you a close-up look at all the unbelievable detail on it. So you can see the translucent dome with the skull inside and the metallic looking teeth. You can even sort of see the inner jaw inside. And the paint job, just incredible. Again, it looks slightly wet. Looks like it's alive. And then the base. Reminiscent of the ship. So this one's quite simple. They have done a more complicated looking base. Both are really nice. But this guy's just absolutely stunning. Alright, and then we have all of these gorgeous Lord of the Rings pieces. I'll get you a look at each one. So here we have Frodo and Gollum. So Frodo's here. You can see the ring around his neck. And he's holding the light to light up the way. And then here's Gollum right behind Frodo's shoulder, perched up on this rock with his knobbly, feet and hands. And he's all kind of dirty, and he's got the stringy little hair. Such a great job on the skin to make it look realistic. So you can see that's just such a great scene. So Frodo's holding Sting. You can see they're riding on it as well. And then there's also the spider's web. And you can see something's been caught in it before. There's bones in there. And then look at this beautiful base with the ring going around with the writing. And then on the front as well. Oh, and there's little hairs on his feet, of course. All right, and then we have Gandalf. And Gandalf is on the head of the Balrog. This is just absolutely unbelievable. Look at this. That's just freaking stunning. So you've got all the flames of the Balrog and the face coming up here, and the smoke at the back. And then Gandalf standing firm. You shall not pass. Amazing, amazing work on the portrait. You can see the beard. He's holding the staff in one hand. And he has the sword in the other hand. One of the best pieces at this whole booth, I think. And then we have Aragorn. So here's a look at the face. He's holding the sword with two hands. There's the empty sheath. And then of course you have the apparitions on the base going around the kings. So they've done them in this green that looks like they're kind of glowing. Looks really fantastic. And then we have Legolas drawing the bow. You can see all the details on the bow. And here's a look at his face. Really nice work. It's got all the arrows and the cloak blowing in the wind as he's sliding down on the shield. And then we've got a severed head here and the orc sword. Then we have Gimli, one of the smallest in the line, but still packs a lot of detail. You can see the beard, great work on the face. You can see the axe has blood smeared on it. And so this is one of my favorite bases. So he's got like half an orc here and he's standing on its throat as he's about to, swing his axe. Just looks really amazing. And then we have Boromir of Gondor. So this is the scene where he's being shot with the arrows. You can see there's already 2 arrows as he's saving Frodo's life. Great work on the face. There's the horn there ready for him to use it. And this foresty looking base. This is gorgeous. Alright, and then we have the Witch King. This guy is super cool. So he looks all shadowy. You can see just black under the helmet. And he's holding one sword. And then this mace. Beautiful rusted up armor. And then there's the fell beast on the base. Look at, you can see the eye. I love that. So he wraps all the way around with the wing on the other side. Absolutely brilliant. And then final piece in Lord of the Rings. This is Sauron. He's towering over the rest of the line, as you can see. Absolutely stunning from head to toe. Look at all the intricate carvings on the armor. You can see him holding up the ring, triumphant. He's got this tattered black cloak, all ripped and weathered. You can see defeated enemies all over the base. And of course it's a lava base. He's up on this rock. Unbelievable. And then a life-size finger with the one ring and all the writing on it. Fantastic. Okay, now this is the Batman Hush line. One of the best lines that Prime 1 has ever done, I think. This is the beautiful Batman Hush. So he's perched on this rooftop with the gargoyles and he's got the batarang in his hand, and I love the sweep of the cape in the wind. And then we have Superman Hush, possibly the best Superman statue that has ever been made. It's just enormous, but the pose is so regal as he's floating above the city like that. Beautiful stoic Superman. And then we have Batman Hush in the Batcave. So you can see the bats are flying all around him in the Batcave. You can see the computers here, and he's holding the cape as he's like striding forward. That's awesome. Then we have Poison Ivy Hush. Definitely one of the most beautiful statues that Prime 1 has ever done. She is just gorgeous. And you can see she's got these huge man-eating plants. The teeth are just amazing. And of course all the ivy on her skin. And she has her little cat friend as well. So this one is based on a Jim Lee cover art. So this is Dark Knight Returns Batman, and he has Robin with him. He's wounded, battle damaged, and you can see Joker defeated in the water. This is just stunning, actually. I absolutely love it. You can see bats in the cave and everything. Just fantastic for Jim Lee fans. Then we have the Batman Dark Knight's metal line. Some crazy designs in this line. So this is Red Death, the Batman turned into Flash, so he's got bats instead of lightning. And then this is the Merciless. So Batman becomes Wonder Woman. Got a lava base. And this one's Dawnbreaker, where he takes the power of the Green Lantern. And so there's all this dark stuff manifesting from the ring's power. And then we have one of the best in this line. It's the Batman Who Laughs. Just look at the disgusting ooze coming out of his mouth. And he's holding these chains that are attached to these Robin kind of demons on the base. It's just stunning. Alright, next up we have the Grim Knight. Batman packing as many guns as he possibly can. Again, you can see Batman Who Laughs on the base. All these chains wrapped around it. Awesome. This one is the Drowned. This one is absolutely beautiful. Actually, it's come out fantastic. So you can see her face here. And she's holding this trident. And then look at this beautiful water effect on the base. With this like octopus climbing out of it. So cool. I think it looks great. Alright, my god, one of the biggest things here. Check out the size. This is the Devastator. So when Batman infects himself with the Doomsday virus and transforms, he's got a ripped up Superman cape. And you can see all the clothing ripped up. Just a massive base as well. Monster. And then this next one is Batman from Earth 1. So he's got this kryptonite spear, and this is right before he transforms into the Devastator. So great pairing. And then this one is Superman Death Metal, I believe. So he's got red eyes, really angry looking Superman with the long hair. You can see one of his arms is transformed. But look at this absolutely insane looking base. Again, all these tentacles, but there's all these like demon guys trying to get at him, climbing up from the ground. It's just crazy. Okay, and then we have the Batman Death Metal. So again, this crazy base. So there's a Robin that he's got in these chains, and this head on the spike, and then all these like zombie. This one looks like a zombie Joker almost. It's so cool. And then he's got this jacket on with these like spikes and stuff, and this crazy like scythe. Oh man, I freaking love it. How cool is this? Okay, next up we have Wonder Woman Rebirth. So she's flying up like from these clouds. Beautiful face. And she's got the shield and the sword. And then we have Power Girl. So she's flying as well. Up out of these clouds. So this is based on a Artgerm artwork, I believe. So here we go with the Green Lantern. I think these came out just amazing. So here's Hal Jordan's portrait. And look at the beautiful shiny suit. So cool. And of course he's holding the power battery, and he's got the ring. He's got his little squirrel friend. It's just amazing. And then next to him is Sinestro, and gosh, it's even bigger. So again, you got the power battery on the base, all its energy coming out of it, and he's got the symbol coming out of the ring. But look at his face, so sinister. It's fantastic. Okay, so next up we have Tri-Eyes. I can't believe they actually made a statue of this guy. But pretty cool for Green Lantern fans. Alright, and then we have this Joker, and I really like it. I think this one's really cool. You can see these like bombs with the smiling faces on them, and there's Robin not having a great day. He's all tied up, and Joker's like standing on him and laughing away. So he's got the gun that says bang, and this cane. But man, this is painted so well that it looks like it's like this glowing green ooze. It's really great. Okay, and then we have the Bat Tank from the Justice League movie, and just to give you a sense of scale, so this guy's tied up on the base, and then just look at this thing, it's so big, and then there's this teeny tiny little Batman on the top. It's a little hatch that opens and everything. So cool. Okay, now we have Steppenwolf, again from the movie. So here's a look at his face, and then tons of detail on the suit. He's got the cube and it's like glowing axe. Here's a look at the base, and then he's next to Darkseid, of course, looking very angry, and he's on this lavary base. Again, it's painted really nice, actually. It really looks like it's glowing and hot. And then this is probably one of the most impressive statues at this whole event. It's the Black Adam from the movie, and holy crap, I mean, they've done such an amazing job. Look at this. Look at his mouth. It just looks real. It's just incredible. So the symbol lights up and the eyes light up. Oh, let me show you the suit. Look how much detail. You can see all the little symbols and everything. That's crazy. And then he's floating. He's floating off the base on this like rock. Oh man, crazy stuff. All right, and then we have the Dark Knight Returns Catwoman. So here's a look at the face. They've done a good job on this suit. So it's beautiful and shiny, like leather. It's got all the stitching on it. So there's this cat on the base as well. It says Batman Returns, and then it has the little sign that can light up, and it says hello there, but it lights up as hell here. And she has the whip as well. All right, and then we have the Batman from Batman Returns. Here's a look at the face, and then the suit. So he's looking very stoic, while Catwoman next to him is looking very cheeky. So he's got the leather cape, and then the base, which looks like the Batcave. So then this is the Heath Ledger Joker. So I'll give you a look at the portrait. He's got the smile, he's got the Joker card, and then so this is all tailored clothing, and he's just got money everywhere on the base, and the little blade as well. So this next one is Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. She's quite beautiful. So she's got her arms up, You can see Wonder Woman on the base, and it's like a fabric cape at the back. And then next we have Ellen Ripley from Aliens, of course, and she has the machine gun and the flamethrower. And then so of course the base with the acid that's eaten through the floor. I love that. So she's wearing the alien stompers that say Ripley on them, but lots of nice little details on this base. And then we have the egg with the face hugger in it. Okay, now we have the awesome anime and manga section that wraps all the way around here. It's huge. So let's get started here with Sukuna, the demon curse, and he's like relaxing in his chair, full of bones and stuff. And then there's Yuji next to him, of course, and he's got the Sukuna mouth and the tongue on his hand. I absolutely love that. And they've got these kind of matching bases. And then we have the My Hero Academia. So it's Midoriya, I'm pretty sure, at the top, jumping off the top here with the flames. And then this one's Bakugo, I think. Trying to do better with the names. And then Todoroki, I think. He's got the grenades on the hands. Oh man, a lot going on in this one. There's like ice and flames and it's crazy. Okay, this is one of my favorite things, I think, at the whole event. It's Chainsaw Man. It's freaking insane. It's just crazy. Look at this. Look at this blood spatter coming off the base. Here's a look at his head. The chainsaw coming out, it's dripping in blood. Oh man. That's just crazy stuff. He's got a little dog. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, Fist of the North Star. We have Kenshiro, of course. So in like a fighting stance on this nice kind of almost marble looking base with these statues. And then we have Rao looking very fierce. Got his arm out, walking down these steps, coming to get Kenshiro. All right, and then we have Jaggy. This is the new one they revealed, and I absolutely love it. So let me show you his helmet, his head under the helmet. He's pulling the jacket back to reveal the scars. He's got a shotgun. Oh, it's so cool, man. I love it. All right, and then we have Attack on Titan. So we have Eren and Mikasa. And then we have Armin. And look at this Titan guy, like popping out of the base. It's so cool. And then there's the Eren Titan at the back too. So they're all just kind of swinging and in all this action. All right, and then we have Ghost in the Shell. This is Motoko Kusanagi, and she's on Tachikoma, the robot. That's awesome. Okay, we got Fairy Tail. Okay, now I know this one's Natsu at the front. I know that's Natsu, and he's got the two flaming fists, and I know this is Happy, but I cannot remember the names of the other two. You guys will have to tell me. So this one has a sword and some nice armor, and then this guy's got like a fist of ice, and there's his dragon at the back there. Very nice. Okay, this is First Hassan from Fate Grand Order. Lots going on the base. There's skulls and like energy effects and stuff. Lots of detail in this guy too. I'm sure there'll be more Fate pieces coming. All right, and then we have 3 Evangelion pieces. So we've got Ava 2 with the 2 guns. You can see the bullets coming out, and then the city is just like destroyed with like cars and all the wreckage. And then we have Ava 1 running through the city. Again, it's just like totally destroyed, and it's like cutting this building with its knee. And then we have Ava 0 resting the missile on this building, kind of crushing it. And again, just all destroyed. All right, and then we have Ultraman. So it's like a demon guy on the base. And then we have Alita Galley. I really love this. I love how it came out. So she's like flying through the air as she's like, so this guy is like in this suit, and she's got her hand on his head. You can see it's like crushing in the metal, and you can see all the blood coming out and like the eyes popping out. It's crazy. That's the arm as well. It's like flown off. I don't know if you can quite see the amount of like action and how dynamic it is. I think it's freaking cool. All right, so I think you pronounce this Dorohedoro. Let me know, but I haven't seen this one. But man, this statue, it's so cool. So this guy's getting served dumplings, because like, why not? Who doesn't like dumplings? And there's this guy who's like, yeah, I'm a dumpling, give me dumplings. And then like a head in this jar back here. I mean, this base is awesome. But this thing is just, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think it looks really amazing. All right, we have Edward and Alphonse, Full Metal Alchemist. So we've got Edward charging forward with this spear. Then we got Alphonse with the lightning, and there's like all the symbols and stuff on the base. And then we have some of my favorites. That's Berserk. So we got the Guts versus Zod diorama. So they've like got their swords crossed, and they're all like focused and angry. Let me get you a look at Zod. He's a beast. Look at his back. So he's got the fur on, and they're in the snow. You can tell it's like a battlefield. Guts is in the black swordsman armor, and he's holding the demon slayer. Yeah, and just looks tiny next to these ones, because these are 1/3 scale, and they are massive guys, but they're so cool. So let me show you. So this one's the Guts in the black swordsman armor. Got the big smile. I love the look of the black swordsman armor. I think they've nailed it. And he's standing in this kind of pot of body parts and things. And here's the demon slayer. And then the next one is the unleashed version, where he's now in the berserker armor. But you can still see, parts of his arms underneath. He's got the white streak in the hair now, looking very determined. Got the demon slayer over the shoulder. You can pose all of these arms in different ways. So he's got some blood on the hands now and the feet, and he's standing on this like pool of just demon parts, and all kinds of blood and stuff. And then the next one, this is my favorite. So it's the rage version of the berserker armor. So he's now just like completely covered in blood. So you can see it's just the shiny blood all over him. And then the demon slayer is like covered in blood as well. And the symbols on all these light up, and I think they're all just awesome. So to finish off the movie stuff, we have the Transformers. So this one's Megatron from the first movie. So he's on this like Hoover Dam kind of base with this severed in half transformer on it. And then this one is Sideswipe. No, Blackout. Yes, Blackout. So he's big and chunky. He's got the kind of helicopter hand on the sandy base. And then we have the Scorpion. And then Optimus Prime. Am I going through these too fast? I'll slow down a little bit. Optimus Prime. I think this might be from the first movie. So I'll give you a little bit of a look at the base. And then Megatron from Dark of the Moon. He's got the melted face and he's looking all like old and sad. He's all rusted and beat up. And he's got this like torn up cloak on the sandy kind of base. And he's got his little friend with him. Very cool. All right, and then we have the huge Optimus Prime jet wing. It's just nuts with the wings. Let me get you a shot. It's just towering over everything. Tons of detail. All these big jets on it and things. Love the little wiper blades. And then here's a look inside the base. Just a monster. Okay, then we have Sideswipe. And he's got these two like kind of shotgun arms on a much smaller base than most of these other ones. Then Megatron from Beast Wars, I think. And then so there's this kind of spider guy on the base kind of falling into this lava that Megatron's flying out of. So he's got these big wings, they look mechanical, and this dragon thing on his hand. And then Optimus from Beast Wars as well. And we've got this like bug guys on the base. Very nice. So that was the entire booth, and if you want to see more Prime 1 Studio products, then you can check out the videos I've linked here in these end cards. And thanks once again to specfictionshop.com for sponsoring this video. You should definitely check them out if you're looking for a great place to buy collectibles. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.